Hello to all my college football friends out there. Welcome to another segment of the Buckeye Vinny YouTube channel sports show. Before I start, my friends, I want to wish everybody a blessed and Merry Christmas from my family to yours. Now, my friends, we all know the Rose Bowl. Number 1 ranked Michigan Wolverines 13-0, taking on number 4th ranked Alabama Crimson Tide, coming in 12-1. Well, my friends, this video today is going to talk about Alabama must eliminate the penalties in order to take down the Michigan Wolverines. Now, everybody already knows my take on this game. I like Alabama to beat the Michigan Wolverines in this game. But when I did a little bit of research and I seen some of the stats, Alabama has to play more fundamental football on defense when it comes to silly penalties. Okay? Now, in 2022, Alabama averaged 8 penalties per game. It's a lot of penalties, my friends. 8 a game. This season, Alabama has averaged 6 penalties a game. Now, when you stop and look, we're talking about Michigan, ranked number 1 on defense, only giving up 9.5 points per game in the country. Michigan, ranked number 1 in the country, with a perfect 13-0 record, and also Michigan ranked number 1 in the country with fewest penalties per game. Michigan comes in with only 2.9 penalties called on them a game. That's a great stat, without a doubt. Now, when I researched this, Alabama lost 2 games last year. They finished 11-2. Their 2 defeats were a 52-49 loss versus Tennessee and a 32-31 loss in overtime versus LSU. The game against Tennessee, my friends, Alabama committed 17 penalties in that game. You're not going to win too many games, even though Bama was right there to win that game, committing 17 penalties in a game. Bama's loss to LSU Tigers last year in that thriller of a game in LSU, Bama committed 18 penalties in that game and only lost by 1 point. Now, moving on, fast forwarding to this season, Bama's only loss of the year. Second game of the season at home to the Texas Longhorns, losing that game 34-24. In that game, Alabama committed 10 penalties. And a backbreaker here, my friends, 2 touchdowns called back thanks to penalties in that game. So, my friends, right there, very easily, Alabama could have ran the show, been undefeated last year. Let's be honest. The two losses last season, blame it on the penalties. 17 against Tennessee and 18 penalties against LSU, both notched up as losses. And this season, second game of the year in Tuscaloosa, losing to Texas 34-24, thanks to 10 penalty flags called on Alabama. Now, you know, my friends, when you break this down, the X factor, all 3 losses contribute to too many penalties. Now, if I'm coming up with this, you know darn well Nick Saban, the head coach for Alabama Crimson Tide, understands this also and knows that his team has to play a flawless game. I'm not saying a perfect game, okay? But my friends, when you're committing very silly penalties, okay, unsportsmanlike, that should never be. That should never be, okay? Late hits, you should know whether that guy is in bounds or out of bounds, okay? Case closed. That should never be. If I was a head coach in football, that would upset me greatly to know that my player just got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And let's do the math. That's an automatic 15 yards and a first down. So my friends, when I went back and I seen that last year, Alabama averaged 8 penalties per game in the 2022 season. Then this season, they averaged around 6.5 penalties per game. A little better than the 2022 season, but not much better, okay? And in a game like this, you know, when everything is left out on the field and, you know, it's either do or die. You win, you move on. You lose, you go home. Stats like these matter. You know, when you look at this Bama team, yes, offensively, they are a very potent offense. 37 points a game. They can score on you at will. Jalen Milroe, a great season, without a doubt, okay? A good dual-threat quarterback. A nice running attack. Very skilled set wide receivers for Alabama. And a very good defense, only giving up 17 points per game this season. But my friends, like I said, when you factor in that yellow flag that can actually turn a game around in a second, this is where you have to play good, disciplined, fundamental football. And without a doubt, like I said, Nick Saban, given 1 month to prepare for this game against Michigan, without a doubt, is addressing this to his players. Without a doubt. I like Alabama to win this game, no doubt about it. But a big X factor in Bama winning this game is eliminating the penalties. They must. You know, you cannot give the #1 ranked team first down on silly penalties. You cannot. And most of these penalties, let's be honest, are just, some of these penalties are just not thinking, you know. You think the guy's close to being out of bounds, and you still want to hit him anyways. You know, it's an automatic 15. So, you know, my friends, without a doubt, you know, again, looking back, 17 penalties against Tennessee last year. Alabama only lost by a field goal. 18 penalties last year against LSU. They lost by 1 point in overtime. My friends, I'm just saying, you flip those penalties around, you know, and without a doubt, Bama easily could have won those 2 games. And like I said this year, losing to Texas at home by the score of 34-24 and 2 touchdowns were called back. That's the game right there. Bama wins that game. My friends, I hope everybody enjoyed this video today. If you are new to my channel, please by all means smash the subscribe button. If you like this video, please smash the like button. And like always, please comment down below. Please let me know how you feel about this video and about Alabama needing to eliminate these penalties against Michigan in the Rose Bowl. Once again, to all my friends out there, peace out. God bless. May you all, and hope all, had a very blessed Merry Christmas. And, moving on, a safe and prosperous new year. Buckeye Vinny is out of here.